Good evening everybody and welcome to our Centennial edition of JWE Friday Night Eclipse. We're here in Toronto, Ontario where we continue to celebrate our 100th week of matches with a championship match as Lucina is once again putting her belt on the line against Akane Owari right before our King and Queen of the Ring tournaments this weekend. Will the belt finally change hands or can Lucina keep her iron grip sealed tight? Meanwhile, you have a triple threat tornado tag match as Maki joins the Harmonious Truth as they face off against the full Cyber Idols. Jayden face off against Noah in a bid to determine who will face off against Fox, and Kiryu will have his hands full as he takes on Majima in 47 in a Falls Count annual triple threat showdown. So sit back and enjoy the show as we get ready for 100th edition of Eclipse. And here we go, starting off our night with a match between two women who will be showing up in the Queen of the Ring tournament tomorrow. Introducing first, it is the Detective Prince herself.
Making her way to the ring, representing the Blue Bloods from Japan, the Prince Nomi Shibata.
It is Naoto Shirogane. And as you may have heard, this is a first 2 out of 3 falls. Originally this was going to be a submissions match, but after witnessing that instant classic between Mitsuru and Kasumi on Wednesday, yeah, Fiora had a change of plans and asked if we can switch this over to a first 2 out of 3 falls. Excuse me, to a first 2 out of 3 falls. And yeah. And I may have given it away, but her opponent, it is the one, the only, Fiora. And here we go, both women ready. And refereeing spell. They meet in the middle. Fiora immediately beginning up with the offense. Wheelbarrow facebuster. Into the pin immediately. There's only one. Double A dropkick miss, and Fiora back on the offense. Irish whip. And a shot right to the stomach. And Fiora making it quite clear as of late that she has her eyes back on the belts. She'll have to get through Sophie and Mitsuru to do that, but certainly possible. Fiora walking Naoto to the northwest. Into the cover, trying to make this a quick 1-0, but, well, the only one is a 1 count. Naoto with an uppercut. Knife edge chops. Rolling through. Basement kick. And sorry if I sound tired, I am. I just came back from like a 4-hour family get-together, so yeah, it was fun, but sitting out in the sun for 4 hours kind of saps the energy out of you. Anyway, Naoto forcing Fiora back up to her feet. Fiora with a reversal. Twisting the arm. Getting Naoto back up to her feet. And the clothesline, sending her back down. Cover again. There's two. Naoto kicks out. Spinning back heel kick, but Naoto ducking underneath. Throwing Fiora down, trying to pick her up, but Fiora elbowing out. Up, over the shoulders. Throwing her down, going for the cover. There's one. And Fiora middle rope, trying to get Naoto back up to her feet. And a diving head scissor Hurricane Rana. Scrambling to the top. And a crossbody splash. Fiora along the outside, along the apron, springboard double leg drop kick. And a spinning back heel kick actually connects this time. Dragging Naoto away from the ropes. There's two. Naoto kicks out. And a roundhouse kick off the springboard. There's 1, 2, and Fiora goes up 1-0. Double foot stomp, and Naoto seems to be in no man's land right now. Trying to get something going with these exchanged blows. But Fiora having an answer for everything. But Naoto catching Fiora with that sweet chin music. And locking in a Fujiwara armbar. Fiora immediately getting out. Immediately. And a running dropkick just for good measure. Naoto dangling DDT. There's 1, 2, and almost tied up. And Naoto dragging Fiora away from the ropes. But a little bit too slow. Fiora back up to her feet. And back in the action. Sleeper hold now. Can she end this via submission? Almost, but not quite. And the double knee backstabber. 1, 2, 3. And remember, first round, it's gonna be Fiora versus Kasumi Yoshizawa, so picking up a quick 2-0 against Naoto. There are legitimately 3, maybe 4 women. I mean, technically there are 8 who could win the tournament, but Right now, it's looking like it could be three. It could be three. Mitsuru, Fiora, and Kasumi. Naoto putting in a pretty good effort, but her championship window might have already closed this year. Not to be pessimistic, but yeah, she's gonna have a tough hill to climb. And Fiora, blood streaming down her face. That is a pretty nasty gash. Doesn't matter. Picking up a 2-0 to put herself in a pretty good spot for the tournament. And for our first tag team matchup of the evening, introducing first, it is the luminary of the stars, Kaito Momota, and his sidekick, Shuichi Saihara. They are the Big Bang Theory. And their opponents on a meteoric rise as of late. It is Kokichi Oma and Rantaro Amami. They are D.I.C.E. And here we go, both teams ready. Referee rings the bell to begin this Tag Team Eliminator match. Rantaro Millie going after Kaito, Shuichi after Kokichi. Kokichi back up to his feet, chopping down the tree, twisting the arm, an arm breaker kick against Shuichi. Now double team as Rantaro and Kokichi switch partners. And Kaito with a shot to the spine of Kokichi, but here comes Rantaro. taking him down, and just a reminder of the rules. This is a tornado tag match where you must eliminate both members of the opposing tag team. Quite simple. Also tables. Lots of tables. Kaito tossing Kokichi aside. Rantaro with a running clothesline line, but here comes Kaito from behind. Going for a quick cover. Not expecting much, only one. And now Shuichi picking up the table. Just throwing it at Kokichi. And now heading up top, Kokichi grabbing Kaito along the outside. Rantaro looking for the flying forearm, but Shuichi steps out of the way. Kokichi with the knees to the thighs. Shuichi sending Rantaro out to the apron, trying to send him off, and does, but here comes Kokichi along the apron, along the top rope. Diving crossbody to the spine of Kaito. And Shuichi not letting his partner take too much of the brunt. And joining him along the outside. Now stomp to the spine, diving axe handle from Kaito, but just not quite getting the distance against Kokichi. Shuichi stomping down on the hand. Kokichi in the ring. What is he thinking here? I don't know. Probably just playing mind games. And now Shuichi sending Rantaro running. Kokichi along the outside again. Walking Kaito headfirst into the apron. Rantaro's heading up top as Kaito grabbing another table. Kokichi sending Kaito down with that roundhouse. And double A dropkick kind of connecting from Rantaro. Irish whip. Not quite getting an attack off, though. And a tilt-a-whirl DDT. There's one. Kaito kicks out. Double knees. The backstabber from Rantaro. And now grabbing a table. Setting it up. And it just collapses under its own weight. D.I.C.E in a strong position here. Diving crossbody. Shuichi tripping? What happened to Shuichi? I think he tripped over a table. Rantaro again grabbing a table, trying to set it up, actually does so this time. Scoop slam from Kokichi. Rantaro grabbing a third table. Leg drop from Moma. Here's the cover. What? Not even one was the referee doing. Kaito with the table now. Kokichi sending Shuichi into the table. Trying to send him through, but Kaito playing defense, accidentally hitting Shuichi with the table. And Kaito with the short shoot kicks. And Shuichi trying to get back into this match. Reversal against Rantaro. There's two Kokichi will not kick out, or will kick out. Will not go down. And now Rantaro sending Kaito into the table. Looking to put this looking to put him away. Suplex through the table. Going for the cover. Shuichi with the pedigree. Only gonna be one. And now crossface from Rantaro, but that's gonna be a rope break. Setting a second table up. Is he going to put Kaito through a second table? Well, he's putting him into the corner. DDT. And Shuichi, is he looking for another pedigree along the outside? Leg drop from Rantaro. The cutter from Shuichi. Where's the ref? There's one. There's two. And Kokichi going down after being pinned for like 7 million years. And now Kaito sending Rantaro into the table. Looking to get a little bit of revenge of his own. Lift off. Crash down. Shuichi up top. Elbow drop to the spine. And the thing about these Eliminator matches is that, yes, you can absolutely come back, but you will need to lock in. A third table, because we haven't had enough tables yet. Immediately set up along the outside. Interesting. Rantaro trying to keep this alive with the clothesline into the spear, but Shuichi's gonna break that up. Powerbomb from Shuichi, going for the cover as Kaito watches on. Only one still. Another cutter from Shuichi. And the cover. There's... How? Only one again? That was a super long count, but still. Into the ring post. Referee going through the table. And the Luminary of the Stars looking for something, but Shuichi instead taking matters into his own hands. The bow and arrow. Pulling back. And now locking in. Immediately broken up by Kaito because the AI in this game is absolute trash. And now Kaito going for the cover. 1, 2. Ooh, no, Rantaro still kicking out. Into the barricade, almost into the crowd. One more pedigree. Kaito, why? Crossroads. Shuichi's trying his damnedest to end this match. Kaito, I think he just wants to get a pinfall. Rantaro putting up one hell of an effort. But unfortunately, just a little bit shy. And for our second tag team matchup of the evening, this ought to be an interesting one.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Oita, Japan, Assassin Maki Harukawa.
Introducing first, filling in the vacant third slot in this match, it is Maki Harukawa. Very little, well, no, not little experience, actually quite a bit of experience in the tag team format. But little experience in the way of teaming up with Kyoko and Sayaka. But she is a former tag team champion, so she knows exactly what it takes to be successful in a tag team. And her partners.
And Sawyer, my zero. Truth and consequences.
It is Kyoko Kirigiri and Sayaka Mizono, Harmonious Truth. And their opponents, I have no idea why it's taking so long to load. But their opponents, as a trio once more, it is Poppy QT, Ibuki Miyota, and Hatsune Miku. They are your tag team champion, Cyber Idols.
And the women's hybrid tag team champions, the Idol Ivy Muta, the superstar Haku Mean Q, and Precious QP, the crew.
And here go all 6 women in the ring. First fall wins. Miku going after Maki, Sayaka going after Ibuki, and Poppy going after Kyoko. And now, powerbomb for Maki. Kind of a double team-ish situation against Sayaka, but not really. And now Kyoko from behind the Bulldog. Double foot stomp from Sayaka. Kyoko up top as Maki stomping down on Miku. Flying fist, but nobody's home. This is making me miss Kaede. Stomp to the back of the head from Kyoko. Miku sending Maki over the top rope, and now Sayaka over the top rope. Poppy just flying to the outside for the hell of it. And Ibuki stomping down on Maki's hand. Ibuki underneath the ring looking for a kendo stick, but here comes Maki knocking out her hand, but Ibuki with a reversal. Walking the tightrope is Poppy and connecting. Miku gut-wrenching suplex or deadlift suplex. And a double leg drop kick from Miku. Maki throwing Ibuki aside. Enzigiri from Sayaka. And a snapmare. Into a roundhouse tornado kick from Sayaka. And all six back in the ring. Suplex from Ibuki. Suplex from Miku. And a frog splash from Ibuki. Going for the cover to put this one away. There's two. Kyoko kicks out. And now Poppy with a baseball bat, but Sayaka on the offense, but the side bridles kind of showing why they're champions right now. Ibuki into the steel steps. Maki going for a cover against Poppy. The two heavyweights left alone in the ring. There's one. Nearly a 2 count. Poppy rolling out of the way, but Maki catching her quickly. Sayaka with a scoop slam. But Miku kicking out. Maki throwing her back down. Miku walking Maki to the western ropes. Poppy going for a pin, only one. Leg sweep from Miku, or from Kaede, or Kyoko, excuse me. There's two almost. Hot shot sending Poppy off. Kyoko sending Miku out onto the apron, only one as Ibuki kicks out. Another kendo stick as Maki just slamming it down into Poppy. Sayaka looking for the corkscrew moonsault, but Ibuki getting out of the way. Kyoko sending Maki back into the ring. Ibuki picking up Sayaka, sending her down. And the cover that's going to be immediately broken up. And now Miku up top as Maki with a spear. But here comes Poppy with a steel chair, throwing it at Maki to prevent that pinfall. Moonsault from Hatsune Miku. Nobody in the ring now. There's a standing, twisting splash from Miku. And now Kyoko grabbing Poppy from behind, Irish whip. The Thez press. And going for the cover, Ibuki. Not entirely sure if that was planned or not, but Ibuki breaking that up. There's two. Miku kicks out. And now Maki with the baseball bat, sending Ibuki down. Just chaos bodies in the ring. Release suplex for Maki. And now an uppercut against Miku. Guillotine. We may see a surprise tap out. Maki holding on tight. Can she force a tap? No. Of course not. Diving axe handle drop. And the side bridle's in dire straits now. Kyoko scrambling for the cover. There's 1, 2, not quite. Hammerlock. Leg sweep. And Maki trying to steal the cover. 1, 2. Still not going down. Sayaka up top. 540 corkscrew moonsault into the cover, but here comes Poppy to break it up. Horrible timing. Unfortunate, but horrible timing. Back by drop from Kyoko. Ibuki back into the ring. Trying to make this a 3-on-2 inside the ring, but Kyoko with a strong style knee going for the cover. There's one, there's two, there's three. And what? Harmonious Truth winning a tornado tag match? Unheard of. No, but in reality, like, this is pretty much their bread and butter. It's been a while since they've been in one, but back to their old ways quickly.
Here are your winners. Assassin Maki Harukawa, Sawyer Mike Zero, and P.O.
But again, why? Okay, why is it that when the idols are all together in the ring, they can't get a win? That's a real question. That is not rhetorical. That is a legitimate question that I'm having. And next up, introducing first in this Falls Count Anywhere triple threat matchup. It is the Mad Dog of Shimano, the One-Eyed Slugger. It is Goro Majima. And for his opponent, introducing first, he is your Mr. Money in the Bank.
From Bucharest, Romania, weighing in at 187 pounds, Assassin AK-47.
And I kid you not, I look over at my recording just to see where we are. 47 minutes into the recording session. It's a sign. And last but certainly not least, he is your men's Universal Champion, the Dragon of Dojima, Kazuma Kiryu.
From Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 194 pounds, the men's hybrid Universal Champion, the Dragon Kiryu.
And here we go. All three men ready. And referee rings the bell. 47 immediately running after Majima, who just throws him down with that reversal. Kiryu with a clothesline to the back of the head. And a leg breaker. But here comes Majima, grabbing Kiryu from behind. Or 47 from behind, excuse me. Kiryu with a running takedown. And a hammer punch right to the tattoo. And now picking up 47, throwing him down. Majima with a flying clothesline. And now 47 slipping out of the ring, heading back in. And 47 with a belly-to-belly suplex. Early pin, early 2 count. And now Majima with a kendo stick attacking Kiryu. What else is new? And a release suplex from 47. Going after Kiryu. Kiryu with the suplex. And Majima elbowing out. And now 47 sending Majima into the corner, heading underneath for another kendo stick. Kiryu trying to walk 47, but 47 elbowing out. And now Majima looking for the Majima construction with the sledgehammer. Now final rest. Locking in a headlock. And Kiryu's going to break it up. 47 turning him around, waist lock. And another finisher. Looking for the silent assassin, but Kiryu stepping out of the way. Or slipping out of the way, rather. Tiger drop. Tiger drop. And now Majima with a flying kick, going for the cover, only going to be one. Diving elbow from Majima. And 47 with a crossbody. Now 47, the sledgehammer. Cover. There's 2. Majima kicks out. And now all 3 men along the outside. And now Kiryu slowly walking towards the group. Majima the reversal. And now Kiryu back in. Just throwing Majima down. There's 2. And now Kiryu rolling up. 47. 47 kicking out. There's 2. 47 breaking it up. Over the shoulders. Throwing Kiryu down. And now just flexing on us, sure. 47. Shoulder toss. Into the cover. Kiryu watching on. And now 47. Another pin attempt. And barely getting that in time. I knew that as soon as I looked over and saw 47 minutes on the clock when 47 was walking out, it was a sign.
Here is your winner, the Assassin, AK-47.
He's not Mr. Money in the Bank for nothing. That's for sure. And for our penultimate matchup of the evening, introducing first, representing Ouroboros, it is Noah.
Making his way to the ring, representing the Union from overseas, weighing in at 134 pounds, Noah!
And whoever wins this match will most likely get the next shot at Fox. Although, knowing both of these two track records against him, maybe this is just a formality. And his opponent,
From Wisconsin, weighing in at 135 pounds, Jayden Moore.
it is the Blue Jay himself, Jayden Moon. And here we go. Refereeing's bell, Jayden immediately beginning with a running clothesline, but Noah back up to his feet and some sweet chin music to boot. The ground and pound, stomp to the stomach. Stomp to the thigh, and a split leg stomp to the gut. Noah sending Jayden over the top rope to the outside. And is the referee going to begin his count? I guess not. Diving knee from Noah. Oh, because this is a falls count anywhere. Okay. There's 3, 4. There's 5, but Jayden back up to his feet. And now looking for a steel chair underneath the ring. Interesting. Noah with a drop kick connecting to the referee instead. And a drop right onto the chair. Only going to be 3 as Jayden rolls out of the ring. Satellite DDT. And Jayden tried to ledge guard a little bit. Drop kick to Noah. And a crossbody. No count quite yet. Knee to the chin. And an arm breaker. And now Jayden along the apron, scrambling up top. Flying crossbody, but Noah seeing that coming, stepping out of the way. Or rolling out of the way, rather. Up. Over, and thank God he went backwards. Into the ring. That's a 3 count, but only 30% of the way there. And we begin again. There's 3 and another 3 count. Satellite DDT. or a float over DDT. And Noah in fine form right now. Again, Jayden 3 count. And a springboard leg drop missing. Over the top rope again. And Jayden getting up at 2 this time. But if he'll want any chance to come back in this match, he will need to lock in. Double drop kicks, crossbody, that's one way to start. That's a 4 count. Jayden picking up Noah by his neck, tossing him into the corner. But Noah getting his knees up. Jayden with a rolling double leg drop kick. Only gonna be 2. Up, over, powerbomb, sit out, powerbomb, middle of the ring. And we begin again. Count to 5. Jayden slipping out of the way of Noah's grasp. But Noah, knee to the spine, sending him for a run regardless. Belly to back suplex. Only 1. Roll over DDT. 0 count this time. Irish whip. Diving underneath. Jumping over. And Noah the reversal. Only 2. How he had a count go over 5? I genuinely do not remember. Top rope drop kick. Adjusting himself midair perfectly. But not even 1 this time. And now both men in the pocket. Right hand after right hand after right hand. And breaking up, no clear winner. And now Jayden sending Noah into the corner. Corner European uppercut. Five. There's 6. There's 8. 9. And knockout. Ring the bell. No need for round 2. That is a clean 10. Well, I mean, when I said that Jayden would have to lock in to win that match, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So, what is going to be like the 9th Jayden versus Yusuke championship match? Oh my god, these two could not get away from each other, I swear. And for our main event of the evening.
Is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's Hybrid Universal Championship.
Introducing your champion. Again, I don't know why she's being introduced first, but whatever. Introducing your champion. She is the swordswoman of the future, Lucina. And her opponent, it is Akane Owari.
Introducing the challenger from Oita, Japan, Akane Owari. And her opponent from Camelot, the Women's Hybrid Universal Champion, Lucina.
And here we go. Belt on the line. Lucina, Akane, both ready. And here we go. Refereeing his bell. They meet in the middle. And Lucina immediately beginning with a knife edge chop, double leg drop kick to the chest. Stomping down, kick to the shoulder. Allowing Akane back up to her feet. But Lucina snap suplex. Akane kicking out. Right hands. Elbow to the chin. And now jumping to the outside. Springboard double leg drop kick. And a slingshot, or a clothesline sending Lucina to the outside. Lucina climbing back in. But here we go, Irish whip into the corner. Turning her around. Now the past couple of shows, you know, on Monday and Wednesday, The champion has retained both times. Not necessarily have won both times, but have retained both times. So Akane, she can either make it 1 for 3 or a complete championship sweep. And with moves like that, a championship sweep might not be completely unreasonable. Using the rope as a weapon. Irish whip. And a single arm dragon to the cover. There's one. And a faint roundhouse kick from Akane after that dodge. Foot stomp. And now stomping on the upper arm. The tricep. Knife edge chop. Kick to the forehead, turning Lucina around. And a straight jacket suplex. Dragging Lucina away from the Western ropes. Looking for the stomp of Lucina back up to her feet. Up over the shoulders. And bouncing Akane off the top rope. Figure 4 leg lock. Just working on the base. Lucina trying to disable Akane's offense as quickly as possible. And really, if you really think about it, it's not quite as simple as this. But if you want to, disable, if you want to work on somebody's offense and just try to dwindle that, there's 2 Akane kicks out. But if you really want to kill your opponent's offense, work the legs, work their base. They can't get any power. If they can't generate any power, then their attacks will be much weaker. If you want to work on their stamina, hit their core, just like that. And if you want to go for the instant knockout, work the head. I know it's not that simple, but it's really interesting to think about. There's a moonsault from Akane. And the cover, Lucina kicking out at 1. Standing corkscrew shooting star press from Akane. Another pin attempt. There's 2. Lucina kicks out. And now Akane scrambling up top. She has seen the light. She knows exactly what she needs to do. Moonsault 2. And Lucina still finding the power to kick out. Hot shot off the middle rope. And both to the outside. Rolling Lucina around. There's a stump leg puller, stump leg puller. And into the barricade, crashing as Lucina. And the ground and pound. Busting the champion open. Referee at 4. Not for much longer as we're back into the ring. Well, Lucina is Akane up top. And in the matter of just a few minutes, I was going to say the match has completely changed. But Lucina sending Akane down from the top rope. Hammerlock DDT. Scrambling for the cover. There's 2. Akane kicks out. Irish whip right into the referee. And now sleeper hold applied. Lucina holding on tight. And Akane ripping the arm away from her neck. Moonsault, unfortunate for Lucina. And Akane scrambling up top. Flying forearm from the heavens. Standing corkscrew moonsault. Up top yet again, looking to put a bow on this. Over the moonsault. And the cover, 1, 2. And Akane Owari is your newest Women's Universal Champion. But wait, here comes Miu Iruma cashing in her Money in the Bank. And Akane will have to defend immediately. And Miu immediately turning that around. She's done this 2 years ago. Will she make it 2 for 2? The triple X-Plex. Immediately going for the cover. Not wanting to waste a single second. And Miu immediately taken away from Akane. And what a turn of events in the matter of what, 2 minutes? We've had 3 champions. First it was Lucina. Then she lost it to Akane, who then lost it to your former Miss Money in the Bank, current Women's Universal Champion, Miu motherfucking Iruma. What a week 100. What a week 100.
Here is your winners and new Women's Hybrid Universal Champion, the Engineer, Beautiful May Iron.
And with that, I would like to thank you all for joining us here tonight, and hope to see you tomorrow for the Queen of the Ring tournament, and then on Sunday, the King of the Ring tournament. And then after that, I'll see if I can get those recorded. No guarantees, I'm sorry. I'm going to have a pretty busy next couple of weeks. A lot of stuff happening in, real life, so this might be put on the back burner for a couple of weeks, but I'll see what I can do. Well, you have the King and Queen of the Ring tournaments in the next 2 days, and with that, I'd like to thank you all for joining us here, and hope to see you then. Until then, we are signing out from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. See ya.